So today what you're going to hear is all about how you can access your subconscious mind. And the reason why you'd want to do that is while your conscious mind can process about 200 bits per second, your subconscious mind can process about 1,000,000 bits per second. And this high rate of speed means there's a lot of information in there that you can't access as readily because it's buried beneath this layer or this gatekeeper. I have interviewed hundreds of healers, and as a group, these loving, generous, and kind individuals want to improve the welfare of our planet, affecting millions, if not billions, of lives. Amongst the frustrations these amazing healers express during our conversations are the ability to attract stable income to sustain themselves, the loss of their life force energy when working with others, and even the lack of confidence or the fear of failing because of the responsibility of the well-being of others. I've had these very same frustrations myself during my 30-year healing history. When the calling to heal got so strong, I had to retire from my 40-year physics career. I needed to replace my 6-figure salary fast. Standard sales and business techniques didn't always work for me as a highly sensitive introvert. Through trial and error and studying with many coaches, I developed a 4-step system that replaced my salary within 5 months. I've helped others develop their successful healing businesses, and I can help you too. I'm Dr. Anastasia Chopelas. Listen in to discover more. So let's stay tuned to hear more. Thank you for coming back. So let me talk a little bit about how you can access your subconscious mind very easily. And a lot of you have heard about muscle testing, right? So there's a lot of theories about what muscle testing is, but what we do know is that there's a conversation between your physical body and your hormone levels, for example, or your biochemistry. And this is really evident when you look at some of the later research that's been done on this topic. Like Professor Amy Cuddy at Harvard showed that when you use an erect posture that's like a power stance, like a superpower person, or an expanded state, your cortisol levels or your stress levels go down dramatically inside of a minute or two. Right? And if you are hunched over like you do if you're reading, if you're looking at your phone or other electronic device, or you're sitting at a laptop that's bent over like this, when you bend down like that, it increases your stress levels. And it actually reduces your testosterone, which is kind of like your oomph hormone. And of course, both men and women have it. Men have it to a much higher extent than women, but women, you need it too. So this shows you that when your stress levels go up, right, that means that something's not agreeing with you. If you hear an angry person or somebody keeps saying no to you, that makes you feel weaker because your stress levels have gone up, your testosterone levels have gone down, and your body response is weaker and negative. So that means that when you hear the truth, right, your muscles will test stronger. And you know what some of those are. A lot of people do finger test, right? So you can do a finger test by making your index finger straight and pressing down on it. Or you can see the the ring test where you pull on it, and if it's a yes, it stays together, and if it's a no, they slide apart. Or you can do a single finger test like this. You can also test by pressing your fingers together, and if they hold, it's a yes, and if they collapse, it's a no. And you may have gone to a chiropractor where they ask you, or some integrative medicine doctor or alternative medicine doctor, and they'll ask you to hold your arm up. The deltoid is a really good indicator muscle, and they'll test yes or no. And some people are really experts on what the connections are to all the muscles in the body. So the muscle testing is basically a physiological response based on what your subconscious knows, right? And there are lots of ways to improve that kind of testing. For example, getting hydrated. If you get hydrated by drinking enough fluids in a day, you can check it by pulling your hair and say, am I hydrated? And you'll get a yes answer. It means I have enough fluids, right? And you can also make sure that you're rested. You can check your polarity. The way you check your polarity is you ask an obvious question, and if you come up with a no on it, like if I were to ask, am I Anastasia? And it says no, then my polarity is reversed. And the way you can fix that, of course, is you can shake out your hands, you can breathe deeply, cut cords, clear your field, all of those things, or listen to a healing audio or meditate for a little while to get your body calm, and your polarity will correct itself. But the nice thing is that muscle testing isn't the only way that accessing your subconscious will work. And I'll get into what kind of questions you can ask in a moment. So the other ways you can do this is that you can do like a sway test, which is when you stand up and you ask an obvious yes question, you'll sway in one direction. Usually yes is moving forward and no is moving back, right? There are, you can use a pendulum or do dowsing. And what if you don't want to depend on what your body is reacting to? One way to do that is to journal after doing a brief meditation. And what the brief meditation does is it helps your whole body relax and helps your cortisol levels drop very rapidly. And it helps your blood vessels dilate. You can lower your blood pressure, for example, by meditating. You can even do a mini meditation by taking some deep breaths and breathing all the way down into your toes, basically, and then releasing it, right? And this process of oxygenating, relaxing, all of that will allow you to come to your truth a lot faster. It's almost like your brain has a sphincter, right? When you're nervous and tense, that sphincter tightens down and all reason is flying out the window. So a good thing to do is then to get into this relaxed state and then start journaling. And in the journaling, you can ask yourself questions. So like you can put Q and you say, what am I to do today? Or should I, let's turn it into a yes or no. Is going to a particular event, is going to this particular event going to be beneficial to me? Yes or no, right? Let's look at what's going on in the body, right? How open is my heart, right? You can measure that. And I use an arbitrary scale of 0 to 100. You could use 0 to 10. If I say, how open is my heart? I say, is it at least 30, at least 40, at least 50, at least 60, at least 70, at least 80, at least 90, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 99% open. I just happen to have a very open heart because I care for just about everything and everybody, little animals, people, right? My environment, everything, right? So my heart is wide open, and yours should be too. As long as there's no extra cords attached, you can detach them for yourself, right? So these questions are questions that are easily served by muscle testing, but you can also get yourself into a semi-trance state and start writing and really getting out what's deep in your subconscious. And by pulling out what's deep in your subconscious, you can come up with answers that are going to suit you. In other words, they're going to be in alignment with what it is that you truly want. And that's the advantage. The advantage of the quick testing is, just like if you're a healer or a coach or you have an intuitive business, you can treat your business like another entity, because it is, right? So now you need to make decisions for your business. And by using this, accessing your subconscious, you'll know what the next direction is. A lot of us kind of know already, because if something is exciting to us, get a tickly nose here. If something is very exciting to us, we know that it is raising our frequency. It is getting to that point, and you know absolutely that whatever it is that you're going to take the next step to, that excitement is telling you that you are in alignment with that goal, right? But if you're not quite sure, journaling about it or doing some muscle tests once you've cleared the way for accurate muscle testing will be beneficial to you in so many ways. A lot of times, because of this ability to take in so much more information into the subconscious, it's about a 0.5% ratio, right? 0.5% conscious to 99.5% subconscious. Because of this enormous amount of information coming in, I will go to meetings and I will look in that direction, and I say, is there somebody in that direction I need to be speaking to right now? Right? And if it tests yes, I walk over in that direction and I'll find that person, because you are magnetically attracted to them, right? So this is very beneficial for helping you, especially if you're an introvert like me, helping you figure out what your next step is in a crowded situation without ending up depleted by talking to a lot of the wrong people. In other words, people that you don't need to be speaking to right now. It might be appropriate later, but there are people that need your immediate, right? Need your immediate presence, need your immediate knowledge. Because remember, there's somebody praying for you to come and help them. You have the solution that they're praying for, right? So that's all I have to say about accessing your subconscious. Remember, the way muscle testing works is a physiological response to a stimulus, because of the two-way conversation between your body and your biochemistry, number one. Number two, you need to have your body be in the right place, being hydrated, checking your polarity, make sure you're rested, sit or stand up straight to allow your body to relax, shaking out your arms, doing some deep breathing or some meditating ahead of time, because you can't just go and start muscle testing in every situation. If you're like super hungry or super thirsty, it won't necessarily work, right? And then there's the alternative tests, especially journaling. Journaling is really important for helping you dig into that subconscious mind after you've relaxed. Okay, I hope to see you soon in the next video. Thank you for spending your valuable time with me. If you found this message helpful, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up or a 5-star rating, and share it with your friends. To discover more about the 4-step system for attracting a generous income as a healer or an intuitive coach without burning out, sign up for my free training at www.highpaidhealers.com. I look forward to seeing you there and in the next video.